The Heat have won. Jimmy Butler with a game-winning free throw with no time on the clock. The Miami Heat have pulled off the win in remarkable fashion. Another great game here in this playoffs. This game filled with everything. Great plays, great performances, weird calls at the end, players all of a sudden not showing up, Jimmy Butler making mistakes at the end, and then at the end pulling up the game-winning shot. And in a stunning turn of events, the Miami Heat are now up 2-0 on the Milwaukee Bucks. The number one seed heading in, the number one team, everybody predicted them to be the number one team coming out of the Eastern Conference. And the Bucks are now down 2-0, in part because Giannis Antetokounmpo in the final seconds. People were wondering, should you call that foul or not? But Giannis fouls Jimmy Butler right at the wire, and the Miami Heat are up 2-0 on Milwaukee. This was, again, a terrific game here. A couple big picture points here, because Twitter, I imagine, Twitter is going nuts, I'm sure, about everything that happened here. Giannis is the number one trending thing on Twitter, which makes sense. The one thing on Milwaukee, and I'll talk about Miami here. Miami just had a better night of shooting in terms as opposed to Milwaukee. Miami shot 46% as opposed to Milwaukee's 44% from the field. Miami shot 9% better from three as opposed to Milwaukee's 28. Miami shot 17 for 45 from three. Milwaukee was 7 for 25. Parts of that was, again, a lot of guys hitting threes. Crowder hit 4 threes. Dragic hit 4. Robinson 3. Olenek 3. And Hero 3. And you had all around Miami, just solid performances with Dragic with 23, Crowder with 16, Jimmy Butler not his greatest night but 13, including the basket that matters, Adebayo with 15, and Robinson with 13, and then you had Hero off the bench with 17. So many guys coming through at the last second to give Miami this win. And also, when you look at it, not a great performance from Milwaukee, especially late. The thing, and they said it late in the game. They said, who does Milwaukee? I think one of the announcers said, "Who does Milwaukee have to take the shot with at the end of the game?" Think about this. Milwaukee has arguably the best player in the NBA on their team. Arguably, if he's not number one, he's top 5 or top 3. And they're literally asking after the game, I don't think that last play was a foul. I didn't know either. I mean, he already got the ball out. I didn't know. I didn't think it was a foul either. But they called it. Should have gone overtime. Probably should have. But maybe you guys can tell me in the comment section. It was close there. And then you had the other foul there at the end. I didn't know if that should have been 3. Doris Burke was killing the officiating. Like, why is that a foul on Hero? Because Hero was just standing right there. He leaned into him, but they called it a foul. Milwaukee gets the 3 free throws to tie the game, and then Miami gets the free throw at the end. That is the first game-winning free throw in the NBA. I'm trying to remember when the last time that was. I'm going to Google it now. But that has not happened. A buzzer-beating free throw. That has not happened in years. I'm looking at it right now. I'm going to basketballreference.com, who has this. Tune in, guys. Hello, everybody out there who is joining us here. Free throw. All right. It's not been a lot. Hold on. Free throw. Looking for it here. And 1991. 1991, Rolando Blackman hit a game-winning free throw for the Dallas Mavericks against the New Jersey Nets. There has not been a game-winning buzzer-beater free throw in the NBA since 1991. 2020 continuing to surprise, entertain us, give us crazy things that we never thought we'd see as the Heat win on a buzzer-beater free throw. How about that? How about that to add to this again crazy year? And again, I was saying for Milwaukee, the fact that you have a great player like that in Giannis, and you can't trust him at the end of the game to get the game-winning basket, that's not great. That's not what you want. It's not ideal. I love Giannis. The fact that they didn't use him for a large part of this game, that's another thing. How is Giannis supposed to get in rhythm when he's not playing the game as much as he should? I mean, there are other guys playing longer than he is. Eventually, they use him a lot at the end, but there was so often in this game, there was so much time that he was out, and just like, look, you got to get him to play more. Can you get him to play 40 minutes? Would it kill him? But he did end up with 29 points. He hit most of his free throws. He did have 14 rebounds. And there were some other good performances. It just wasn't enough. Wesley Matthews was a disappointment tonight. 30 minutes, only scored 4 points. And he did have 23 from Middleton. You had 16 from Lopez and Bledsoe. And you had 14 from Hill, but it just wasn't enough. They need one more guy from Milwaukee to come in and get some baskets. And it just couldn't happen. And then Miami at the end, again, getting the free throws. And again, you couldn't trust Giannis there late, which is sad. Although the last minute of this game was nuts. Let's go through that. Let's go through the last minutes of the game, because the last minute of this game was insanity. I don't know, man. This whole year is crazy, and this last minute of this game here was crazy, as Miami is now up 2-0 on the prohibited Eastern Conference favorites. Now I have real serious. I mean, I had concerns after game 1. Now it's really, really serious. So here it is. So 55 seconds left. The Heat are up 6. Adebayo hits the shot. 6. Oh yeah, and then you have they foul Giannis. Giannis misses both free throws. And I didn't really care at that point because I'm like, Miami's going to win anyway. Crowder misses the 3. And then the Bucks get the rebound. Giannis makes the layup and makes it hold on, they had it here. He makes it 113-109. Then Butler gets the double-triple teamed, and he has to throw the ball away. Lopez with a terrific... that was a fantastic... It's not going to be remembered. That was a great defensive play, though, by Lopez. Getting the ball, jumping up, hitting the layup, making it 113-111. And then you have Butler miss the free throw. He gets fouled. He misses one free throw. And now you're thinking, oh my gosh, is Milwaukee actually going to pull this off? But I'm like, okay, they have to make the 3. And then the controversial Middleton foul on Dragic. Middleton makes all 3 free throws, ties the game up. And then Giannis fouls Butler. Again, another controversial call. The officiating was atrocious this entire game. Look, I get it. I get why people would be ticked off about this officiating. There were some moments in this game where I'm just like, I don't know if I'd call it there. I don't know if that's the moment that I would call it. But they called it. They called all those plays. And in the end, Giannis fouls Butler. Butler makes the free throw. And the Heat up 2-0 in the series. And now it is full pressure, full panic on Milwaukee. I had Miami winning the series before. I had Miami beating Milwaukee. Now it's full-blown panic. If you are a Bucks fan, I'm seriously concerned. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen here in Milwaukee? Miami's playing better than the first 2 games here. They're really hitting their shots. Giannis has not been great, and we need Giannis to be great. If Milwaukee's going to win, this is crazy. Hey, Frankie, how's it going? What's up, Prime? This is crazy. 2020, the year of the unpredictable, the year of the wild, the year of the just insane. We see it yet again here. We'll get to Tom Seaver in a little bit here. Now is not the R.I.P. Tom Seaver. I have some things I want to say about Tom Seaver. I'm going to save it for a later video. This was remarkable. This was a sensational basketball game here. And shout out to the Miami Heat for pulling this off, taking on this Bucks team, on the best team in the Eastern Conference, and winning both games. And as I said, all the questions that people have had about the Bucks, all the problems that the Heat lose. No, the Heat won. The Heat won. The Heat are now up 2-0. All the questions and problems that people had with Milwaukee. Oh, Giannis is so one-dimensional. Oh, Giannis can't get it done in the fourth quarter. Oh, the Bucks don't have anyone else beside Giannis. All of those questions that people had coming into this series, coming into this playoff, has now been magnified here in these first 2 games. All of the concerns that people have had has come up in full here in the first 2 games. And now, again, if you're a Bucks fan, there is serious trepidation and panic. Oh, great! I get this tweet from Skip Bayless. Giannis overrated. Oh gosh. And man, people are ticked off at Giannis. People want Giannis to come to Miami. People are wondering. I mean, there were some rumors, I guess, a couple days ago that Giannis might want to come to Miami. I guess, is he from Miami? I'm guessing that's the only thing. I'm guessing he's from. No, he's from Greek. Then why do people say come home? I saw one tweet. Giannis, come home, Giannis. Why? Because he's from Greek. Did he relate? Does he have any relation to Miami at all? I guess not. Maybe somebody out there can tell me out. But man, for Giannis to be for this, so what it took for him was that it was call. If call was challenged, most likely overturned, but they were out of time after challenges. And yeah, that's a problem there. We've seen that before. We've seen that in the NFL where you want to challenge a spot, but you already used it. Got to make sure you guys know when to use your challenges, because you never know when there's going to be a controversial call like this. And yeah, the internet is now killing. The honeymoon period with Giannis, we had it last year. The honeymoon, everybody was just so in love with Giannis. It happens to every superstar. Every superstar in this league. Eventually they have that moment where people turn on them. I think for Kawhi had it for a second. It was like when, I guess, he quit on the Spurs and people were upset about that. For Curry, it was after they lost 3-1 in the finals. LeBron had that before he won a title. Bucks got screwed. Don't let that decide the game. That's a good point, fair point, but every superstar has it. We have now reached that point for Giannis. We've now reached all right, who cares because Thunder play. We're gonna have a live stream after the Thunder game, so we'll be back after the Thunder game, man. So I'll see you after that. But all the Twitter conversations about Giannis and how great he is, it's turned. Now we're like, okay, fine, he's great. What can he do in the playoffs? What can he do in the fourth quarter? Why is his game so one-dimensional? Even though I know his game's one-dimensional, I know he doesn't shoot very well, but I'm like, if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, it's so dominant that, yeah, if he learned how to shoot, that would make him unstoppable, but I'm okay with that right now because he's so dominant in the thing that he does. This is not a Ben Simmons thing, where Ben Simmons is really good, even though he can't shoot. But Ben Simmons is not one of the three best players in the NBA. Giannis is maybe the best player in the NBA. Could very well win his second title this year, second MVP this year, and yeah, and he's got this problem of not being able to shoot. And the fact that Milwaukee has to look for somebody in a big moment, in a big spot, Milwaukee has to look for somebody else to rely on in the fourth quarter. Chris Middleton wasn't fouled. Yeah, that was, again, those two calls at the end, really controversial. And if you're the NBA, you hate the fact that here we are. And I'm sure tomorrow they're going to come out with a report and they're going to say, well, we got this wrong, or we got this wrong. They're going to say something like that, and people aren't going to care. It's like, okay, fine. And I'm glad they're doing the officiating report because it's transparency. I'll take transparency as opposed to no transparency at all. But like, it'd be nice if you actually what's the word? Learned on it. If you actually took that and like learned on it and like, all right, we learned on it. Don't read too much in Skip Bayless. We would pick Tim Tebow over Tom Brady. Well, yeah, Skip Bayless is India. But that was just the first tweet I saw. The first tweet I saw when I clicked on Giannis' name was Giannis overrated. And he said, again, Giannis is still great, but he needs to learn how to shoot, and he needs to be reliable in the fourth quarter, and he needs a coach who's going to use him more earlier in the games than the one that he has now. And I guess I don't know if I want Mike Budenholzer fired, but he's got to change this up because, and we could be on the verge of the second straight playoffs in which the Bucks and Giannis are getting, are out earlier than we thought. Honestly, that wasn't a foul. Yeah, I didn't think that was a foul either. Like I saw him jump in to Dragic, and I'm like, I don't think that is. Dragic has his space too. And then the Giannis, I thought that was very, very light. I didn't think that should have been a foul, but they called it, and man, and again, it sets up for an iconic NBA memory because again, that was the first buzzer-beating free throw to happen in the NBA. If I'm correct, and that there was no time left on the clock, that was the first buzzer-beater free throw in the NBA since 1991. 1991, and again, that was Rolando Blackman of the Dallas Mavericks who did that. Rolando Blackman of the Mavericks did it against the Nets on March 4th, 1991. I'm gonna look that up. After we're done with this, I'm gonna go look up that game and see because that was the last time it happened. I never thought it would happen again. But here we are, a crazy moment like this led to that buzzer beater. That will not be in the buzzer beaters video, by the way. That will not be. I only count like two pointers and 3 pointers. That was not a 2-pointer or a 3-pointer. So that will not be in my buzzer beaters video that I'm going to do. I mean, it's going to be in the best moments to remember, obviously. How is that not? But wow. What a finish here. What a finish to this great game. And now, again, everyone here in the NBA was shocked. Because I know some people are concerned about Milwaukee, but I thought they were going to make it through the Heat, and now I'm not so sure. Now the Heat are up 2-0. We're going to need super Giannis here in the next few games, especially in Game 3. I thought Game 2 was a must-win. What is Game 3? Game 3 is you are going to get crucified by the media if you don't win Game 3. Because then this series is, then it's basically, I think, over. Then it's like, all right, how are you going to come back from this? But overall, man, again, I'm now trying to figure out what's gonna happen here with Milwaukee. What's going to happen? How are they going to respond here in Game 3? I feel like Matthews needs to be better, and Giannis definitely needs to be better. I only pick on Matthews because he was the only starter that had a bad game. Like all the other starters, in terms of had nice points, they had like a nice scoring night. You look at Giannis at 29, Middleton 23, Lopez 16, Bledsoe 15. I needed more from Wesley Matthews to be able to add to that. And the Bucks need to be better from 3-point, which they were not tonight. I mean, Middleton was 0 for 3 from 3. I don't know if that last shot counted, but everybody on the Heat contributed. All the Heat starters contributed. Middleton really didn't. So, Giannis and Middleton, I feel like the two big reasons this game why Milwaukee didn't win. And now we're looking at a situation where Miami Heat could be winning, could be going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I hope that if the Heat win, that their new theme song or their new victory song becomes "You Make My Dreams Come True," because that is a great commercial that Michelob Ultra is doing, and I'd love to see them pay tribute to that commercial there. But wow, I am still in shock. I am floored by what just happened here in this game and what has happened here over the last two games. Miami beating the Bucks. I thought maybe the Heat and Bucks, they'd split. Again, we are at this position. Miami is up 2-0. What happens here? How does Milwaukee respond here? How do they respond to this? I don't know, man. I really don't know what they're going to do here. By the way, it's the beginning of the second quarter already. With Thunder and Houston. So maybe we should wrap things up here in a couple minutes so we can all watch that game. If you guys have any comments here over the next 5 minutes, please let me know so that we can so that we can talk about this a little bit more. But it's just I'm stunned. I watched it. I'm like, wow, Miami's going to pull this off. And then the last minute, everything went to hell, and it just became this possibly badly officiated, chaotic game in which Jimmy Butler cost the Bucks the win, and then gave the Bucks the win. Or it was like cost Miami the win and then gave Miami the win. For some reason, I thought Jimmy Butler was in the Bucks. Cost Miami the win, gave Miami the win. The game-winning free throw at the end. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, and this playoff continues to be crazy. And now we get a Game 7. After all of that, now we get a Game 7. We get a Game 7 to watch tonight. We get Thunder Rockets to watch tonight. That's happening here in just a little bit. So so get ready for that. Coming up here later tonight. Get ready for that. But man, I don't know what to say anymore, man. I don't know what to say. That was fantastic, and it was a great game. It was a great game. Nothing else more to add. We'll try to add to it. Looks like nobody's in the comments right now. Nothing. Maybe somebody's in the comments and like they're not, and I'm not getting them. I'll try to click on this. Honestly, that wasn't a foul. Okay, no, that's all right. And now we're down to 5. So it's 31-31 right now, Oklahoma City and Houston. I'm have to work on uploading videos from now. But yeah, 31-31 Oklahoma City and Houston. Game 7 there. So many storylines going into that, and that'll be fun to watch tonight. And hopefully that game will be just as good as the one that we just saw. Another buzzer beater or another close, exciting final game here. Not final game. Another close, exciting game here in the NBA playoffs. We've gotten a lot of them, and we continue to get them here. Man. Trying to think, is there anything else really to talk about? We covered the big stories. We covered Giannis. Iggy's trending on Twitter, I guess. I don't know. Okay, no, Iggy Azalea. Okay, fine. Heat in 4 is now trending. I'm not buying that. I'm not buying. I mean, right now, if you ask me right now, I think the Heat win the series. Right now, I know I said I was gonna go with the. Right now, I'm going with the Heat because Milwaukee's got to figure out how they're gonna come back from 2-0. How are they gonna figure out? Here's a great tweet from Magic Johnson. What a game between the Heat and Bucks. Plain and simple, the Heat are playing better on both ends of the court. Magic Johnson's Twitter account is the funniest thing. It is just nonsense. It is something. People asking on Twitter, if the Bucks lose this series, should Giannis request the trade? I don't think. I mean, because you can make an argument they're losing because of him. Man. People are now calling for Budenholzer's job. They finished the regular season with best record and have the MVP. Yeah, they're getting thoroughly outplayed by the 5th seed. Yeah, again, I don't get what's happening in Milwaukee. I still don't understand what's going on there. And the Heat have a 2-0 lead. What a crazy. Heat lead series 2-0. Yeah. Are we allowed to make that sign anymore? The finger. That might be a white supremacist sign. Double check your signs here before you use those. I gotta make sure yeah. This is just forced to have it. So we're gonna wrap things up here, guys, in a minute and a half. We'll be back after Thunder Rockets. So come back after Thunder Rockets. Come back right here. We're gonna talk about that game. We'll recap that. So far it's been close, exciting there. 34-33 Houston. But again, if Milwaukee's gonna come back, Giannis needs to be better. He needs to step up here in the first quarter. He needs to, because he cost them in game 1. He's cost them here in game 2. The refs, I mean, I'd ask the refs to be better, but every ref in sports, there are no good refs until we have robotic refs. We're going to be terrible refs every single year that we're going to deal with. So that happens. And then for Miami, they have taken it to the number 1 team. Patriots Nation retracted the message. I didn't mean to do that. Man. I didn't mean to do that. Sports Talk, Patriots Nation, I love you. You're a great guy here. I didn't mean to do that. I was just, I've been seeing that. That sign is not, I just want to double check and make sure that sign. Look, Bucks are in trouble for now. They are in trouble. They're in big trouble, and they got to figure out how to get out of it. But Miami, they're taking it to him. Jimmy Butler, Dragic, Hero. This team been a very good team all year. I like them. I like the way they were playing before in the seeding games, and now they're living up to it. We'll be back after Thunder Rockets. Come back here. We'll have a live stream reaction to that, and we'll talk about a bunch more things going on with the channel. Thank you guys again so much for watching. We'll see you guys after Thunder Rockets.